Were you live already?
We are live. Yeah, should be
Oh, there it is.
going. Yep. You got it up.
Yep.
Oh, beautiful. Okay.
I'm good.
Welcome everybody to the next round of Ultimate Team State. We got consolation quarters and the semifinals taking place tonight. In consolation quarter action, we got Coleman versus McGuanago and Wausau West versus Holman. Then we have Rapids versus Kaukauna and Amory versus Marshfield in our semifinal matchup. So should be fun. Sorry I wasn't able to get a whole lot out for this. It's kind of made it a last second thing for folks just tuning in, but we appreciate you guys coming on. So it's starting off at 113 pounds. Remember, all 8 teams here are placing. Now it's just a matter of figuring out where every team falls among those placements. All the teams in the semis guaranteed a spot in the top 6. But yeah, without further ado, let's jump into Coleman versus McGuanago here. Coleman, D3 state finalist at Team State. McGuanago lost to Stoughton at team sectionals in Division 1. Getting started at 113 pounds for all our matches tonight. So Ray Lemieux versus Brian Whipple. Gave Lemieux a straight up pin on this one. John Nowak versus Adam Whittier. Nowak gets a straight up major.
Okay. Nice. No wheel yet. I'm liking
it. Oh, well, jinxed it there, Steve. Gross versus Roberts. We got a swing match. I'm gonna change the colors here. Oh, that's an ugly green.
It's an ugly green.
And then we'll make the away team, quote unquote, away red.
Oof.
Oh, gonna be a close one to start off the bat here. And Gross wins at 126 pounds. Gets the first swing match for Coleman. 132 pounds, Chance Gruber versus Brady Wears Bicky. Another swing match, but 70-30 in favor of Gruber.
Oh, Tim said he can't see your wheel, Teague.
Oh. Gotta share my screen here. All right, so folks, you're just gonna need to trust me on the first one. Coleman did win the second one as well, as we can see. So Coleman taking the first 2 swing matches.
I'm with you, Tim.
All right. Coleman wins at 132. If anyone thinks there's any hijinks at 126, just know I have nothing to gain from any of these teams winning. So I'd have no reason to pull shenanigans on that. 138 pounds, got another swing match. Right now seems like the wheel's having one of those nights, Steve, where if it goes 3 in Coleman's favor, it's just a streaky wheel again.
Come on. Sorry.
And this one goes in favor of Jake Wazinski at 138. So McGuanago gets on the board. 145 pounds. Carson Casper is gonna pick up a pin on Thomas Jungworth. McGuanago bumped up Cody Gable to 152 against Will Bieber, and that one's just a straight up 3 for Gable against Bieber.
Okay.
160 pounds. Elaziski versus Nowak. Nowak, a solid wrestler, but Elaziski just a big pinner. So we gave him 6 here. 170 pounds, Peter Kukta versus Alex Jacoby.
Sorry, buddy. I'm scratching my back.
This one's
on live TV.
Oh, don't worry. It's a screen share, so no one can see you.
No, I was doing the old bear thing on the back.
Gave Peter Kukta just a straight up decision at 170. No swing there. 182, Cole Klimick versus Hayden Chitwood. This one's 60-40 in favor of Chitwood. So a couple of solid wrestlers. And again, that's based off of a common opponent results.
Okay.
And just like that, McGuanago takes the next two swing matches. So we're 2-2 on swing matches right now.
Tim and I both have Coleman winning.
195, Sawyer Seafeld versus Dane Crimplebine. We got a 3-wheeler on this one. I think I actually have to set up a third part of the wheel here. But it's either going to be a decision, major, or a pin. 25 for a decision, 25 for a major. And then 50 for a pin. Let me change the colors.
Yeah, I'm confused with having Coleman before. They were yellow or red.
And Crimplebine picks up a pin at 195. Tim saying went
Fenimore. Yeah.
went Fenimore colors.
We did the that's coming out Friday, right? The podcast for
D3 sectional dude,
Yeah.
Deke Stanek, maybe one of our best not
he-
only sectional preview guests, but best guests in general. I would
Man,
say.
he was good.
Burke versus Major. We gave a straight up 6 here against Damian Burke. Brody Zahn versus Wolf Schnabel.
Wolfgang.
Zahn, it's a 50. Yeah, Wolfgang Schnabel. This one's a 50-50 decision or a pin here.
Oh, really? I would have thought it'd been pin. Zahn's a pinner, ain't he?
He is. Snabel's also a very good wrestler as well. And a decision here for Zahn.
This wheel's killing my D3 guys, man. I'm just telling you. Can't believe Fenimore's not in this anymore.
All right, then last one. Also, Coleman could have almost clinched the duel there. 106 pounds, Connor Markowitz versus Josephine Stakowski. It's a swing match that's 60-40 in favor of Markowitz. So we'll see if McGuanago can pull off its third straight swing match win, or if Markowitz can get the win over the state qualifier. And oh man, it's going to be a close one, and it looks like it does stay
No, come
right
on.
the line. Stakowski with a wheel version of a last second takedown there.
I can't even see your score. What do you got?
It's going to be 28. It's going to be 30-28. McGuanago.
Oh, man.
That's
I'm sucking at this. I really am.
That's a tight one. All right. Wausau West versus Holman is up next.
Can I discuss talk about my disgust in that? Nah.
Yeah. What'd you have different there? Like another match going Coleman's way?
The final score? I mean, come on.
Tim said fear the wheel. So
Yeah.
we might need to get that as shirts for Ultimate Team State next year.
I think the big one, I think I had, I can't remember who it was. You just had a couple pins that I didn't have. I had Coleman winning by 2. So, all right. Well, next one.
Wausau West versus Holman. West was in that same regional as Marshfield. Holman making it to Team State Finals in the Division 1. So good D1 matchup here. Chris Galong versus Turner Campbell, gave Turner Campbell a straight up pin at 113. For Chiming Zhang versus Dom Ammerman, gave Zhang a straight up decision. 126, Gavin Lang versus Andrew Weiss. This one is either a major or a pin for Weiss. It's going to be 25-75 in favor of the pin.
This is a bad matchup for West.
Yeah, no, it doesn't. It doesn't work out favorably for them. Still going to be a close duel, but yeah, no, Wausau needs some things to happen, like not getting pinned there. So Weiss makes it 12-3. 132 at Jacob Pease versus Preston Cradaville. Gave Cradaville a straight up pin as well. Tyler Yan versus Gabe Galong. This one got either as a decision or a major for Yan.
I have it closer than I thought.
And this one is 70% decision, 30% chance of a major.
Tim has West winning. I'm gonna text Jason and let him know.
And Jan picks up a major at 138.
I have Holman winning it, and they don't win another match after 160.
Oh, 145. Parker Cradaville versus Gabe Ramos. This one just Ramos is a very good wrestler. I know Cradaville, we usually give a little lean towards bonus points, but here we just gave him straight up 3. Branson Beers versus Caden Heisler. This one is 35-65 for a decision or a major.
Tim said he thinks it's a bad matchup for Holman. I just think it's a bad. There's not a lot of, other than that Ramos Cradaville match. I just don't think there's a lot of. It's streaky, right? I just think Holman easily wins the first half, and then, except for Galang. Wait, who did you have winning for at 138?
Jan.
Oh, you did. Okay. Oops.
Mm-hmm.
I went the other way.
So just to double check, Beers got a major. £160 Swadek versus Calms. This one is a 30-70 for a major or a pin for Swadek. That's 70 leaning towards a pin.
For Swadek, you said? Yep.
Oh, wow. Holman's just racking up bonus points right now.
It's the wheel, man.
170 Napawaki versus Gerald. This one is 30-70 major or a pin as well for Napawaki. I mean, if this one lands on major, then it's just not Wausau West tonight.
Yep. It's over.
But Napawaki does secure a pin at 170 pounds. 182, Nathan LaRue versus Dylan Lethan. This one is a swing match in favor of LaRue. 65-35. So they're saying that LaRue would probably win about 2 out of 3 matches.
Agreed. Tim said if Calms wins, is that how you say his name? Calms?
Yeah.
Match is over.
195. Yeah. Calms did get pinned though at 60. So that helped Holman out a little bit. 195 pounds, Barons versus Banks. This one, we gave Banks a little benefit of the doubt, but Joe Barons is a pinner.
He's a beast.
1090 for a tech or a pin. Started utilizing the 1090 wheel more since since it landed on the 10% that one time.
Barons is the Muscle Magazine guy, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
That would be him. So Barons gets a pin at 95. 220 pounds. Colton Gearink versus Ron White. Straight up gave Gearink 6 here. Makes it 24-35. And I got a 4-wheeler, Steve. So gotta pass a little bit of time here while I'm setting her up.
Looking forward to seeing this one. Wausau West, that's a lot of seniors though, correct? Wausau West's squad.
Yeah, they're returning. So Gabe Galong didn't wrestle at regionals last year. But so if you include him, they have, we'll say, 4 regional starters coming back.
But knowing West, they have a room full of next man up guys.
That's that tends to be how they operate.
It's like Kimberly House, Florida, how many kids they have coming back. Not coming back, but I meant in their wrestling room. They had what, 60 in there last year? That's amazing.
All right. So it's a 60-40 overall between Summers and Westcott, with 50% chance of a Summers pin, 30% chance of a Westcott pin, and they each have a 10% chance of winning by decision. So
Pretty wheel, Teague.
thank you. I try my best.
Colors clash a little bit, but Summers decision.
So Summers gets the decision here. And then the last match is Tai Yang versus Camden Thiel. It's a 50-50 in favor, well, not in favor of, but either a major or a decision.
Tim's 0-2. I think I'm 1-1.
That's how you know it's a weird night.
If Tim's 0-2?
Yeah.
I was 1-3 last week.
So Yang gets a decision. That makes it a 35-30. Wausau West ends up winning 7 matches. I think it was going to be 7-7 no matter what, but just the bonus points for Holman ended up being a little too much, I think, Steve.
Absolutely. Yeah, yours scored pretty much like mine. I had Holman winning the front end first 7 or so, something like that. And then Wausau West winning the rest, but bonus points was the key today.
Yeah, Holman winning 7 out of the first 8, Wausau West winning the last 6 to make a comeback, but day late and $1 short.
Not the way you want to duel to end though. It's one of those duels that you win, but if you lose a whole bunch of matches in a row and still win, it's kind of leaves that icky taste in your mouth.
You don't have the momentum. Yeah.
Ooh, this is gonna be a fun one right here.
Yeah, Rapids and Kakana. So fun little movements here. Rapids throwing Aiden Armagost in at 113 pounds. Kakana deciding to bump up Peters, Winan, Smith, and Clark up. So they're wrestling 26 through 45 at 113. Armagost versus Mason Hansen. This one is 80-20 for a tech or a pin.
This is a good one as I'm scoring it here. Halfway through, well, and I have a score at the end, but I have 7 matches done and I have 18-17 Rapids right now.
And Armagost does pick up a tech to start off the duel. 120 pounds, Preston Spray. So Kakana did put in a backup here at 120, going against the state champ at 113. It's fair to say that Spray would get 6 here. The next 3 for Peters, Winans, and Smith, and they each did get decisions in this one.
Oh,
and then
calls the upset.
And then Grayson Clark gets the pin on Mark Jeske to make it 15-11 Rapids. 152 pounds at Brett Bach versus Chase Vanderlinden. I think Bach comes back with a pin here as well.
Oof.
160 Bennett Weidman versus Toby Kavanaugh. This is 50-50 for a tech or a pin for Weidman. Common opponent for them was Benson Swadek. Swadek beat Kavanaugh pretty handily at team state, and Weidman beat Swadek by 7 at regionals.
All right, I'm
And
posting it.
Weidman,
Take it to the bank, everybody.
Steve is 34-27 Kakana. 170 Hammond versus Damian Sturck. Got this one as 90-10 for a tech or a pin for Hammond. And Hammond does pick up the tech. Hammond, a lot of tech falls on the year, and Damian Sturck, if you look at his track resume, definitely you can tell the guy knows how to fight off a pin. 182 pounds, Kyler Tritz versus Drew Wenzicki. I think we're going to the 3-wheeler on this one. This one's going to be a major decision, or sorry, a major tech or a pin.
Tim, any word on Brett, how he's doing with his recovery, rehab?
And this is a major tech or a pin for Wenzicki, and it ends up being a major here.
He's not hurt.
All right, 195, Ashton Fisher versus Bryant Correa. This one is either a decision or a major for the state qualifier out of Rapids.
Oop. This would have been a good duel at state. At the barn, right?
And Fisher does get a decision here. 220 pounds, Tanner Gormanson versus Jordan Luce. This one's either a decision, major, or a pin for Luce.
This Teague was the case because Rapids lost to Holman at the regional, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Yep. This would have been that good one where this year they had the 2 teams, right? This Rapids is a good dual team. Obviously, a good tournament team.
That says tech, but it should say major. So Luce picks up 4 here. So Steve, we'll talk about this one in a second. Josh Hansen and Ben Kruger. So gave Josh Hansen a 95% chance of winning over Kruger. Kruger, we gave him 5% because, or actually Rapids is the higher seeded team here, because he did beat Ron White from Holman, who beat Josh at regionals.
Okay.
But there was like 2 or 3 common opponents where Josh pinned the person that beat Kruger, and Josh also pinned Kruger as well. But basically, if we didn't give Kruger a chance here, then there wouldn't be a duel. So here we go.
No.
Oh man, it was
I thought it was going towards it.
It was coming up fast on that 5%. That would have been the Kakana clutch gene right there.
Start glitching.
Then Landon Freeman versus Mike Pazorski. This one's either a major or a pin. 30-70 in favor of a pin. Tim said he about busted his computer screen there.
Oh, when it was going? Yeah. It looked like it was just cruising right towards it.
All right. It is a major here. So Rapids does seeding wise, I guess it's not an upset. I think folks, if you look at postseason or just from the duels, so Kakana did win team state, folks could view this as an upset. But I mean, people forget Steve Rapids was ranked #1 for a good portion of the year. They didn't get a chance to prove themselves in duels.
Yeah.
And they did have a good duel lineup as well. I think yeah, I mean this is one that a wheel doesn't exemplify how good of a duel this one would be, I would say.
It's a shame they didn't have the top two going to team sectionals last year, right?
Missed it by that much.
Yeah.
So Rapids goes on to the finals. Kakana, I think, faces either McGuanago or Holman. I forgot how the bracket looks, but next up is Amory and Marshfield.
Ooh, I'm excited for this one.
Steve, not a lot of wheel action on this one.
No, okay. Well, I suppose you don't need it, right?
So 113 pounds, Lane Anderson gets a pin over Jace Kellenhofer. 120 Caleb Denny gets a pin over Braden Pernard. 126 is a swing match. 30. It's a 65-35 in favor of Graydon Rhodey. This one, Rhodey did beat someone. If you use like the 6 chains of Kevin Bacon or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
He did
6 degrees of Kevin Bacon.
6 degrees of Kevin Bacon. Yeah. He beat a couple people who did beat Beasy, but Beasy also has some tough matches on his resume as well. So we'd say that Rhodey would win this one 2 out of 3 times.
Oh, okay. All right. Oof. That's 6 right there. Tim's already got it scored. He had scored that was 3 matches in, and he already had scored. Ooh, that's a tough match right there. Oh no.
Oh man, big spin there at 26. Beasy does pick up the victory there.
Yep.
132 Keegan Cliver versus Sam Kelling. Gave 6 to Cliver on this one. Hoyt Blaskowski versus Joseph Wentz. This one was tough, Steve, because Blaskowski pins pretty much everybody, but Wentz got pinned once on the year. It was hard trying to find a gauge there. But if you look at the link on this one, oh, never mind. That's for the next match. But it was basically we were being nice to not being nice, but it was fair to make sure that it wasn't totally a pin.
Mm-hmm.
But it was still Wentz got tech falled by Ronsman, who Blaskowski pinned. So it's it's 1090 for a tech or a pin here.
And in a dual situation, right? Do you coach your kid up, send him out there with a game plan of you are not getting pinned? And one kid's totally trying for a pin, right? I mean, we've seen it happen before, and he doesn't get it.
Blaskowski does get the pin at 138. 145, Brett Franklin over Mason Tiley. All right, this is where we got names to work with here, but I know Tiley's a good wrestler. We still gave Franklin an automatic 6 here, just because Franklin did beat Gabe Ramos. Ramos did beat Gartman and Tiley, and Tiley's 2 pins on the year against him were against Gartman and Ramos. So it was just a tough call to make there, but we did give Franklin 6. Again, Steve, I think you have a point. In a duel, it could be different, but again, that's just one of the limitations of the wheel where we got to work with the results that we have.
Hypothetical.
152, Wyatt Ingham versus Garrett Willywhite. Just say it gave Willywhite a straight up 3 on this one against Ingham. 160 pounds. I think for 152, Hunter Junio was ended up being the common link there. Hunter Junio and Parker Cradaville were the 2 links that we used in that one. 160 pounds, Eddie Symes picks up a pin.
Wait, what did you give? I missed it. What did you score at 152?
William White just gets a decision.
Oh, okay.
170, Ryan Doziel gets a pin. 180, this one is a swing match. It's 80-20 in favor of Denny.
Okay. As a decision.
Yeah, just a swing match. So if it lands
Okay.
on the 20, then Cook wins. You know, just not Marshfield's night.
There it is. That almost seals it, doesn't it? Because we're about ready to come on
Yeah.
the three wise men.
So this one, Cale Hoppy just getting good matchups in this one. Still going to be a major or a pin here, but Cody Wykes is a solid guy. He hasn't like beaten a lot of impressive folks. He doesn't have a chance to win, but it is 30% chance of a pin, 70% chance of a major for Cale Hoppy. And White's just, solid athlete. Doesn't have a whole lot of pins against him. So
One with a major.
Cale gets a major here, but nonetheless, Steve, 220 heavyweight and 106 do go to Amory.
All via pin.
All via pin. So Marshfield would have had to win the two swing matches that were in their favor at 182 and 126, but that's just not the way it went tonight. So we got Amory versus Rapids in the finals, Steve.
Wow. Good match.
And then setting up, so the 7th place match, basically what we're going to be doing, it's going to be a short week next week. We got the 2 Consolation semifinals matches, and I'll get an answer real quick on, okay, let's see. 50.
Do you have the bracket in front of you, or probably not, huh?
I don't have the visual. I could pull it up and.
Tim, what were you tonight? 2 for 2? I was 3 and 1. Well, I'd like to say I was 4 and 0 because my picks are rock solid. Well, there you go.
All right, Rapids versus Amory. So Kakana was 53, Marshfield was 54. Marshfield versus McWanago next week, and Holman versus Kakana. Great team state finals rematch right there. Bringing back some old wounds. And then the 7th place match, 2 weeks from now, we're going to be doing all the placement matches. So 7th, 5th, 3rd, and ending with the championship match. But yeah, 2 more weeks left, folks. And then once we're done with Ultimate Team State, then we just have real wrestling to focus on, which I'm excited for. But,
sounds good.
D3 Sectional C podcast coming out on Friday. Then our last of our D1 finals or D1 sectionals next week. But yeah, that's what we got for tonight, folks. Until you listen to us next time, we will catch you on the flip side. And we are done streaming.